Given a uniform electric field, E vector equals to 4 into 10 to the power 3 I cap Newton per Coulomb. Find the flux of this field through a square of 5 centimeter on a side whose plane is parallel to YZ. We have to find out flux. They have given us the side 5 centimeter and plane parallel to YZ, the side. So, answer, electric field E vector equals to 4 into 10 to the power 3 I cap Newton per Coulomb. The side of the square is given 5 centimeter. Side of the square suppose the side will be L, 5 centimeter. When we convert centimeter into meter, it became 0.05 meter. Area of the square suppose the area is represented by A, side square, given side will be 0.05 whole square, or we can write it 0.0025 meter square area. When the plane is parallel to YZ, we have to find out the flux. In that case, we have write when plane is parallel to YZ plane, then flux phi equals to electric field vector dot area vector, as theta is the angle between electric field and areal vector A. So we have to write flux will equalize to E dot A vector, or we can write it EA cos theta. The value of electric field is given 4 into 10 to the power 3 I cap Newton per Coulomb. Area, we have find out the area is 0.0025 into the value of theta will be 0. So here cos 0 degree. So it will become 10 Newton meter square per coulomb. In the second part of the question, what would be the flux through the same square if the plane makes an angle of 30 degree with x-axis? If it make 30 degree of an angle, then we can write as plane makes 30 degree, as plane makes 30 degree angle with the x-axis, then theta will become, you already know, 60 degree, or as aerial vector is perpendicular to the surface so flux at that time will become flux. We know that it will electric field dot area vector, or we can write it EA cos theta, or we can write EA cos 60 degree. Given electric field will be 4 into 10 to the power 3. We find out the area will be 0.0025 into 1 upon 2. Cos 60 will be 1 upon 2. So it will become 10 into 1 by 2, or 5 Newton meter square per coulomb. Therefore, flux. Two small identical dipole AB and CD. A, B and C and D. Each of dipole moment P, the dipole moment P, are kept at an angle of 120 degree. As shown in the figure, what would be the resultant? What is the resultant dipole moment of the combination? We know that answer the two dipole are placed an angle of 120 degree. The dipole moment of AB is directed towards B and CD is directed toward C. AB is directed toward B, we know the fact. In CD, it is directed toward C in the positive charge. Hence, the resultant dipole moment is, what is the dipole moment at that time? Resultant R equals to under root of AB square plus CD square plus 2 AB CD cos theta, or we can write it as under root P, what is the dipole moment? P square plus P square plus 2 P cos theta. Theta will be 120 degree. So it became under root 2P square plus 2P square minus 1 upon 2, the value of 120 degree. So it will become 2P square or 2P square upon P. What is the value? P or 2P? Yes, very good. It will 2 under root. So R will become, resultant will be P, the dipole moment. Then we have to find when what is the resultant. Then after, if the system is subjected to the electric field E directed along positive x direction, what will be the magnitude and the direction of the torque acting on this? So here we can write, when the system subjected electric field there no you can write there is a rotation acting on dipole the field is directed toward x-axis. Hence, the angle between the resultant dipole moment and electric field is if 90 degree is subtracted by 60 degree, it will become 30 degree of an angle. Therefore, torque on the dipole is tau equals to P sin theta, dipole moment and electric field. P E sin theta will be sin 30 degree. The value of sin 30 degree will be 1 upon 2, or we can write PE upon 2, the torque. Therefore, the direction of torque is perpendicular to both, yes beta, yes, and electric field. Okay. A thin, straight, infinitely long conducting wire having charge density lambda enclosed by a cylindrical surface of radius r and length L, its axis coinciding with the length of the wire. Find the expression for the electric flux through the surface of the cylinder. Infinitely long wire conducting wire charge density lambda is enclosed by cylinder. The radius of the cylinder are the given length L. Then charge enclosed is represented by Q. We know according to which law? Gauss law. Flux equalized to charge enclosed epsilon naught times. Again, we know that charge density lambda equalized to charge enclosed upon length. So, the charge enclosed here in this wire, okay, enclosed by the surface is charge enclosed equals to charge density into length. So electric flux charge enclosed upon epsilon naught times or in lambda L upon epsilon naught times. Okay. If this video is helpful to you, like it, share it, subscribe it to your friend. The remaining questions should be taken in the next video. Thank you.